From veterans to brand new faces, leadership renewal was a central theme in the recent general election, and one new MP is Darryl David, a former TV personality and current deputy director of Temasek Poly's School of Design. Our Otelli Edwards caught up with the father of two at a food centre in his constituency's new CC.
So Darryl, perhaps you can tell us what are some of the immediate concerns that residents here have and that you hope to address?
It's an old estate, so we do have a higher proportion of residents compared to the national average that are elderly residents. Whenever we roll out a policy, whenever we do something here, we always try to take our elderly residents into account. And in the CC, you'll notice there are these machines here at our hawker stalls. I do believe we're one of the first hawker centres to have these automatic cash machines, right? Now, you've seen the machines whereby residents tap the cards there. And I think the tapping of the cards may not be so comfortable for our elderly residents. They like to still hold cash. They like to get cash back. They can't keep track of the credit in their cards. So I'll give an example. Like say if I order something, right? Auntie, 可以叫一杯酸甘蔗，一杯柠檬茶。Okay, so she'll key the order in. Then we notice the order comes out here, right? So it says $2. Quite big font. Residents can see it. The light comes on. I put $10 in.
So you get all coins back?
Well, no, I get my $7 and I get my coins. So I think if you are an LD resident, for example, this would really help.
So Darryl, you represent the new generation of MPs, and PM Lee has said before that he's looking for a new team to take Singapore forward. So I was just wondering, what do you and the other new MPs have in common to do just that for Singapore?
Well, I think that there are quite a few of us who are in our 40s. And I think being in this age group puts you in a very interesting position because you are just about midway between our 60-something and 70-something elderly residents and citizens. And yet you're about 20-something years also away from the 20-something. So for example, I realize that our elderly residents, they like face-to-face communication. They like you to spend time with them. With our younger generation, for example, very often they will communicate with you. They will connect with you using social media.
So tell us, how do you plan to take Singapore forward?
Okay, I think that's something that involves not just political leaders, but every single Singaporean, to be honest. It does require commitment, but it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You don't want to burst your lungs and try to sprint all out and do everything and change everything in the first couple of years.
We're all human. There's only so much patience we can have. And I would imagine that Meet the People session, everybody wants a piece of you. So I'm just wondering, is that one of the biggest challenges?
I think you try your best to communicate the best you can. I realized something from doing the Meet the People sessions, and that's there are residents who do realize that some of their cases may not stand quite a high chance of being approved. But they appreciate it when you take the time to talk to them, to explain the situation to them. I think what they don't want is a lecture. What they don't want is to be scolded or to be berated.
So you don't seem to have any spare time at all with your family. I mean, how are they adjusting to that?
When I first started getting more and more involved in grassroots work, my children would ask me when I left the house at night, Daddy, are you going out to work again tonight? And I say yes, and then they would fuss and they would like say, why are you going out to work? We wish you were here, and so on, right? Whereas now when I go out, my kids say, Daddy, you go out to work tonight? I say yes, okay, and they go off doing their things.